Hello again, everybody. It's Stephen Rigdon, and I'm back with my third installment of these video game playthroughs for class. And today we have a real treat for you. It is the legendary game Secret of Mana by Square, and there's a lot to get into, so I'm going to go ahead and go through this really quick. This game was created by Square, which is a legendary game publisher, and it was designed by Koichi Ishii and Hiromichi Tanaka. And this game actually released in Japan first as Legend of the Sacred Sword 2. The original Legend of the Sacred Sword is commonly known in America as Final Fantasy Adventure. And Square is a publisher that made the legendary Final Fantasy games, and they later would combine with Enix. And Square Enix today makes the new Tomb Raider games, Hitman, Deus Ex, Dragon Quest, and several other just super popular games. So I'm just going to kind of blow through the intro here because there's a ton to get through. Just my initials. And go through this. So the concept here, I'm going to try to go through it. And the concept here is people were using mana to create a weapon, the Mana Fortress, and it angered the gods. And so the gods sent down monsters to try to stop it. But this hero, took this sword of mana to destroy the fortress so that the world would be at peace again. And then the fortress, or the sword, kind of got trapped in the woods, and the world starts to kind of fall into disarray again, and that's where we pick up. This game was released in 1993, and I just want to point out immediately that the previous two games I played, Shadow Dancer and the Smurfs game, that the graphics here are just leaps and bounds ahead of it. Shadow Dancer came out, I believe, in 1990 or 1991, and just in the few short years between the release of that game and the release of this game, the scope of games and just the advancements were on a whole nother scale. So the controllers for the player here are fairly standard. You use the directional keys, the arrows, to move, and then A and B on a SNES controller are emulated by A and S on the keyboard, and then it says quick A is Q and quick B is W. And I'm not entirely sure what that means yet. I haven't really figured it out. But we'll go through a little bit of the beginning of this game. What I really like about this game is that it's just so vibrant. Like the environment is just crazy. There's so much going on, and it's really awesome. Okay, got something calling my name mysteriously over here. A couple things that are unique about this game is, first of all, like Final Fantasy at the time. I see a sword gleaming in the stone here. Final Fantasy at the time was turn-based combat, and this one is actually, you'll find out, this one is real-time combat, which is a huge technological advancement over its contemporaries. And then also, on top of that, there was a special form of cooperative multiplayer where a second and even a third player could drop into the game at any time and join the party, and that was really cool too. So those kind of set it apart from other games like Final Fantasy or Enix's Dragon Quest. However, this is an RPG, and it plays, a lot like other RPGs, like modern Final Fantasy games or Pokemon or, older, not as robust RPGs like King's Quest or something, or some of the older Atari ones. It's very much a pure RPG. So we've got our sword now, and here's our first enemy. It's a Rabbite, and as you can see, it's real-time combat, and they addressed it really well by having the knockback and the timeout. That's a good way to handle handle that at the time with the technological limitations. So it does a really good job. But I'm probably not going to be able to make it through the first part here, but the first part is just to get back to your village, your home village. There's not a whole lot going on. But yeah, I really, really enjoy this game. It's great, and I honestly haven't found much fault with it. It's a cult classic for a good reason. It's really enjoyable, and there's just so much going on. The environments are super vibrant. The combat's fluid. Everything's tight. There's no bugs or glitches that I can find, and it looks like there's a really good backstory. So I might actually come back and play this one through. Maybe find a SNES though to play it on instead of an emulator. But anyway, that's about it, all I have for this. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.